Hey guys, it's me, Eric, and it's time for another exciting episode of Retro Gaming Nerds. Alright guys, so here we are in the Nerd Cave, ready for another exciting episode, bringing you some great classic games on classic consoles. So today's game is none other than the classic arcade little game from Midway, Xenophobe. So what's this game about? Well, it's kind of like, imagine the movie Alien and Aliens, where you're going around to space stations and space bases and spaceships, and you're eradicating the evil aliens that have infiltrated and overtaken, basically infested these ships before they self-destruct. Self-destruct obviously is going to be your last resort to kill off these aliens before they spread across the universe. As you're doing this, you're collecting items and recovering stuff throughout each of the levels. Now, here's the thing. This game came out in arcades way back, a long time ago, and it has arrived on multiple consoles. Now, there was ports to the Atari 2600, the 7800, the NES, and a couple other consoles from way back in the 80s. Personally, I find the Atari 7800 version way better. Now, for comparison, we will be doing a Xenophobe episode with the NES down the road, along with a couple other games here and there that I've accumulated over the last few months. Anyway, this is the best home console version, except for those who have been released with compilation discs from Midway for the PS2, PS3, PS4, Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, etc., etc., etc. But again, best home version way back when is right here, and I'm going to show you why right now. Alright guys, so we're going to play this game right now. Just turn off the mute button and hit the reset. Now, controls on this one are a little weird. Because you have two buttons, but you only use one. Jumping is pressing up, which would have made so much more sense using the other button on here, but you only use one attack button. Oh, and he shot me with his acid spit. But that's okay, I got my gun back and I obliterated the little bugger. Oh, there's another one. And he's just trying to kill him right now through the doorway, but I don't know. Anyway, we're moving on. As you can see, you just move along all these static corridors. There is no scrolling exactly, but it works. Now, one thing I will have to say with the Atari 7800 version is that you don't select alternate characters, because in the game there are multiple characters to choose from, but it really doesn't make much difference. They all play about the same. So it doesn't really make any difference here. And it doesn't hurt the game either. I have to say, in this version, right into the wall. See, that's where the problem comes with the jumping. Anyway, this version I think had better looking aliens than in the NES version. Even the levels feel a little bit more detailed, which really goes to show what the 7800 had for capabilities. Now, this room has a self-destruct, but we're confident we're going to stop all the aliens in the area. Now, as you can see, I've got a laser gun, which has significantly more power. And there we go. This area is secure of all aliens. Moving on. So yes, the game is actually quite fun, and excuse me for my profuse sweating. Kind of gross, I know. So anyway, as you can see, base is cleared of Xenos with bonuses and stuff, because I am just a awesome alien eradicator. I got 1,000 points for all the different items that I've collected, including a skull or two. So now we're on to the next area. It's a moon base. And what's great is my weapon from the previous area carries over with me. And I just jumped right into a wall because, you know, I'm good like that. Now, one thing I have to say that the NES version allowed you to do was angle your shots up or down while standing. And that was actually kind of nice, but it also added a little bit more difficulty to gameplay because you were trying to do one thing and you ended up doing another, and the next thing you know, you're getting eradicated by aliens. Now we're waiting for this guy because he likes to ball up. Then we just blast him like that. On to the next area. See how much wonderful that laser blaster is? This is probably my favorite weapon of all of them in the game, simply because it's so effective. Oh! But yes, the game moves along pretty nicely. Oh, and you know what? I figured out what the other button does. Grenades! So we're accomplishing our goals pretty well. Got an alien sneaking up on me from behind, and I've eradicated. Oh, he's not dead yet. Oh, that bugger. Now he's been eradicated. Moving on. Can't go through there. So, bounce into that wall. We're heading back. Gonna make our way back around. Now keep in mind the area is looped for the most part, and in later levels there's actual multiple tiers to the bases and the ships. The early levels are pretty simple, one level only, so you don't have too much work to do, and the game runs pretty good. There's a few things that are obviously missing from this version that's in comparison to the arcade version, but for the most part it maintains what's going on. The reason why I just switched guns right there is because, well, the other one's been dropped and banged around a lot. Your gun can explode in your hand, causing damage and other problems. Okay, so we're missing something here. There we go. Hey, guess what? Multiple levels. We're now on the alpha level. I forgot about hitting a button. Now, let's pick up this grenade. Jump into a wall because, you know, I'm cool like that. New weapon. This one has short range, but it's even more potent than the laser blaster. Come on, open back up so I can kill you! I hate the rolly ball thing, guys. They are such an annoyance. Okay, so we got him killed. Moving on. Oop, jumped over that item. I want that. Going here. We got a couple more bad guys. But we'll kill them both with a single grenade. I didn't mean to throw that one. Uh-oh, somebody activated the self-destruct. And we're off. Yeah, if you take too long, the self-destruct will activate regardless. So, unfortunately, we did not clear that base in time. Oh well. But we recovered a lot of valuable equipment. That's always good. Alright, so we're on to another level, and we're going to cut this short because, guys, I'll tell you what, this game is one of my favorite classics on the 7800, and I could play it for quite a while, and yeah, granted right now I don't look like I know what the hell I'm doing, but trust me, I do. Oh, you bugger. What's cool about this game too is you can actually see the Xenos evolve right in front of your face. Now, because I haven't gone all the way through, we can, since the elevator's right there, I can just pass through and take care of some of the spaces I didn't get to earlier or yet. I kind of miss my laser gun by now, guys, because this gun, it's short range and not as effective. So hopefully, I'll take care of that. See, in order to get those things that are up in the sky, you gotta jump for them, and that's annoying. Alright, so still keep picking up some interesting items here and there, but one of these days I want to figure out not to jump into a stupid door. And because I don't feel like wasting time trying to shoot them, we'll blow them up. Alright, now it looks like we've got to a point where beta level is completely void of any Xenos. Something I was thinking about from the previous level is the fact that I probably activated the self-destruct on my own accidentally. We're going to go down. Camo level! And the reason why I think that is because I was standing in front of the self-destruct console earlier on the previous level, and I stood up. And you know what happens when you stand up in front of something, you're not paying attention, you do things you don't want to do. And like I said, there is a mild control issue I have with this. Oh! Bugger knocked me so far back I lost my gun and was knocked into next week. And I just died. So I guess I don't have to worry about cutting this short. So I got a score of 39,865 on this classic Atari 7800 title. Alright guys, so we just got done playing Xenophobe, and I had a pretty decent score there. You know, let me refresh, 39,865. That's really not a bad score if you really think about it. Granted, I didn't get very far, so maybe it wasn't that great of a score, I don't know. Anyway, so guys, the Atari 7800 version is probably my best, my favorite of the various console versions that are out there. The Sega Master System, I believe, had one, not the best one, obviously, because can't remember it. The NES version, which I have, didn't play out very well. I mean, one of the weird things is you can save a base or whatever, and all the Xenos were destroyed, but you're being teleported off the base and there's still Xenos surrounding you. And I've actually seen that happen on a couple of playthroughs on the NES version. This one, you literally destroyed all the Xenos before being beamed off, unless of course you self-destruct the place, which I did once. You don't want to do that. It's an option, but you don't get the score, you don't get the bonus, and well, that's what the point of these classic games was, the score. The high score, having your name in lights forever. Or at least until the arcade owner decided to shut everything off and start over next week. Anyways, guys, so controls for this version of Xenophobe aren't bad. They're actually functional. There could have been more to do with the second button on the right side of the joystick, but at least when you're ducking and you hit that, you chuck a grenade. The other button, the left button, it fires your weapon, which is great, so no confusion. Up is jump, which I could have done without. Down is duck, which is great. Down again while ducking picks up items, and that works great. Left and right is left and right. So guys, the controls were actually pretty good. The graphics are surprisingly well done. I mean, they're actually better than the NES version. this is a game that really showed exactly what the Atari 7800 could do in comparison to the more popular and supposedly more powerful Nintendo Entertainment System. Even though on paper there really wasn't a lot of difference between the two, a lot of similar hardware, except for the Atari 7800 having certain capabilities the Nintendo wished it had. So anyways, guys, Xenophobe for the Atari 7800, very hard game to come by. eBay has it, but you're going to be spending at least $20 a pop, even with games that do not come in boxes or with instruction manuals, like my copy. Copies that come in box with the cellophane wrapping still intact and everything inside the box untouched, get ready to spend around $100. So yeah, this game is hard to find, but when you find it, it's worth it. Trust me. Get the game. You'll love it. You'll love it. Anyway, so guys, we're going to be playing some more games coming up here soon, and hey, guess what? We're going to be playing on the Atari 2600 Junior that I just got with that unboxing episode last time, and we're going to play some great games on there, such as maybe Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, Death Star Battle. That's right, guys, we're going to play that next, so stay tuned for more Retro Gaming Nerds, because we're playing more games on classic consoles. I'm Eric, and again, this is Retro Gaming Nerds.